And this is where I'm going to show this one. I'm going to use you as a demo. And this is where I'm doing this one for my left-handed squire, because he needs to see this one. So this shot starts off at C, and it's a 3-blow combo to close against an off-handed fighter. You can use it against an on-hander, but against an off-hander, this is better. You start at C, but you switch your feet. You start with your sword leg lead. So you start with sword leg lead, and then cock it, right? So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lead to a hard onside snap. And the entire purpose of this is to drive his sword in. So I'm coming in with a hard onside snap. Now I've taken a step and I led right down the middle. I showed him motion toward him. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to step across. And all this sword's going to do is this. So as I move this step, that whole offside shot, it's a follow. It's just following me. So as I come off of this, I'm stepping through, rolling through there, dragging my sword in. If he doesn't block with something, that's coming in and it's taking his head off. But let's say he does. Now's when I hurt him. And all I do is I pivot on this, which is what I started to show last time. I pivot on this foot, bring my arm straight down, and I'm going right into that hip. So as I come off of here, I'm going right there. If he's crossed, I'm going to come in tight. But I have anywhere on here to deliver this. All I'm doing is I'm coming in, my arm's coming straight down, and as soon as I make the decision on where I want to go, I curl my wrist, which makes the sword whip around. I'm going to go from right here, stand right here, so you can see from this angle, as I come here, as this comes straight down, that curl of the wrist, see the tip of the sword? That curl of the wrist gets around obstacles. So as I go for the hip, right here, do that curl, whips around. I've got a lot of angular momentum on the end of the sword, and that's going to drive right into the hip. If I've got something in the way, maybe I'll lean a little more and crush the thigh. This kills, that crushes the thigh. Either way, I'm getting something. The only thing he can do to get out of it is to bail that way. The other thing you do as you start this motion down is this, oops, sorry. You pop your hand forward to nail whatever's here, whether it's shield or sword, right? So they're gonna block something. Now when you do this with your shoulder, you've locked it. You've cocked yourself for the return, but it's also locked them into place. So as you come down, he can't rotate. He has to go away. If I let him alone, he's just gonna rotate with me. If I stay leaned in, he can't rotate, and he's gonna try to bail, and maybe I can get the shot in, or he blocks and runs away. But that's the dynamic, and it works exactly the same. You could do the same setup, right-hander on right-hander, right? You lead with a hard, regular snap, bam. But look where my feet went, because I'm going to that direction. I want to be on that side of his line. Curl the wrist, turn it, and all I'm doing is stepping through again. He's got to react to it. Now, he's shielding it that way, because he's going to react to it. And then I start this. I go down, and I either stay tight, go for the head, drop for the hip, or drop for the leg. Anywhere along there. It works against both, but specifically off-hander, lefty against righty, righty against lefty, it opens up and it opens the sword side hip or the sword side arm. But that's really where you're going with that combo. Thank you.